Hello everybody. Today we're going to see how I draw Psionic Edge. Okay, I'm going to start off with a really quick sketch just for myself, but I am going to warn you that I think I'm going to bring a ruler into this one, just because there are so many straight edges on this that I kind of want to, respect it in so many words. By, drawing a straight edge, it's kind of hard. So I would rather just get it to look right. And not all of them, not all of the edges, but, enough that, again, I give it the respect that the design deserves. That's the best way I could say it. Okay, so, again, just drawing a few things here just to guide myself, and then I'm going to come back in with a ruler and a Sharpie, and again, just draw straight edges. That's the best way I can say it. Okay, so I think I'm about done, and we can get started. So here's what we're going to do. If you have a ruler, great. If not, just eyeball it, but I'm going to do it just to, again, respect the design. So I'm switching over to a Sharpie. You're welcome to continue with a pencil or use a Sharpie if you'd like. I'm just going to start drawing these edges, and it may not be perfect, but it's going to look a little bit better than if I just eyeballed it, okay? So with my sketch, I know where I'm going to be. I know what I'm going to draw. I'm going to go ahead and eyeball a few of these things that I know I don't need to worry about the sharp edge. So let's draw like that little curve thing that's almost like an eyeball, or I don't know what it is, around this centerpiece. And just something like that. And then it's got like the round, and that's why I call it an eye, because it kind of looks like a pupil and an eyebrow above it, eyebrow. I added an L in that word. Sometimes my words don't come out too right, and that's what happens. So that's who I am. I'm gonna draw a couple of little squares up here, slanted rectangles, because the way I was going to draw it, I was going to draw and try to do up like that, because it's a little above this line, just to make it look cool. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to eyeball it. It doesn't matter. Does not matter. I'm just going to kind of go with what I want. And that's kind of the nice thing about this one, is it's got its own look to it. Oh, there's another little eyebrow thing over here. And I know it's not an eyebrow, but because it's over circles, it looks like an eyebrow, Do something like that, and let's see, let's add a few more like this, just to give it something. And you know what? Since I'm not going to draw all the edges straight, I'm going to go ahead and just throw some in here. And they're not straight, they're not perfect. They're what we are, just drawings, just having some fun. Because this is how I draw, you draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between, right? Okay, so I think I'm gonna do, let's see, that can go down to there, and that will come to this. Ooh, yeah, you know what? Let's do this. This will define where our points are gonna be and where we're gonna start doing straight edges, okay, by these points. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm adding those there just to define a few things. I'm going to bring a line down like this, and let's go ahead and just connect it like that. No big deal. So, okay, I think that's enough for just sketching, and the rest I can build off of it. So let's start working on some straight edges. So I'm going to kind of come in here like this. I want it to go below those, so I'm just going to drop it down just a hair like that. And I'm just going to draw a straight edge. Let's see, about right there. Okay, and I'm going across like that. Same thing over here. I'm just going to go ahead and go across and do something like that. And I'm doing like stair-stepping like that because I want to add just a hair of something like this, right? Just to make it look a little different, just to give it a style based on theirs. Okay, so this line. Yeah, see, my sketch is a little bit higher here because I think that's how they have it. Let's go ahead and do to, yeah, to there is good. So I'm going to follow a point right here in my sketch and come across to there. And this one's going to be a little bit lower. So see how I kind of, from there, I just drop it down. And that, oops, I just bumped the whole thing. And then from here, I can just go across like that. Okay? And from here, we don't have to use a straight edge for that. Let's not worry about that. Let's just connect. Boom! Boom goes that dynamite too. So again, let's not worry about the ones over here. Let's just go straight across and go up. And then we'll give it our look, our style, you know? And so this one is going to be about to right there, like that. Then another one down there, like that. And let's build them. Okay, see, not perfect, but that's okay. This is no big deal. This is how we want to draw. So this is going to come across, come to a point, come down like that. Do another one like that. Let's see, let's just do one more and go across. It's not exact. I messed up a little bit, but that's okay. I'm just going to have fun with it. Okay, I'm going to come over here like this. This one's going to have a couple of jagged little things like that. It's going to come out. It's going to go up. And that'll do that. So this has this cool little, was that a point? I guess is what that is. To give it an accent. That's the best thing I can say, is to give it an accent like that. So this I'm going to draw like another accent line like this with a thinner Sharpie. Okay? So now, let's see. I'm going to, these lines are all going to be straight across. And this one even is going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to do it about, well here, let's not confuse you. Let's just build back into what this is supposed to be. What this was supposed to be. This one, I'm going to draw a couple points like this. That way I can angle it back up. And then bring it down to these. Okay? And so I'm going to draw to here, here, then here. And that's those three. Okay? And then I'll reconnect and refigure it out from here. I'm just going to go with it. Stop overthinking, right? Down to that line. Down to that line. And I'm a little bit off, but that's okay. Let's just go down to this line. Because watch, I'm going to cover that up. Okay, so since we're doing that, let's do this. Watch what I'm going to do here. Watch what I'm going to do. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. We're going to go down to about right there. Then pick it up and come down to about right there. Do the same thing on the other side. Go down to about right there. And then down to right there. And if we can, this is going to be a little tricky. I'm going to go back and about the middle of it, kind of eyeball, draw that. Same thing over here. I'm going to draw that. And what that's going to do is allow me to have that inside just a little bit thinner than the rest. See how that is? Yeah, kind of cool, kind of fun. So let's just connect everything here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to come down to here. I'm going to do this. Let's see. I don't want to confuse myself. Okay, so that's going to come down to here. This is going to come down to here. Then I'm going to connect it like that. And woof, this is getting really confusing. Okay. Okay, so you ever see that at 3D, it looks like three prongs like that, but when you get to the top, they're connected at different spots. It's that's where I am right now. I'm like, oof, 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 oof. So I just got to figure it out. But I'm good. You know what? Let's just draw this like that. Bring it down here. Up, up. Connect it like that. And that's good enough. That's pretty much what we're going to do. So let's finish this up with adding a few little rings with the thinner Sharpie. And if you're going with pencil, you just add them. Doesn't matter if it's thinner, doesn't matter if it's thicker. I just like doing this because I'm taking advantage of using two different widths of Sharpie. And that's why I'm adding this. You don't have to, but I like the thick versus thin. It stands out a little bit more. And it's supposed to be curved. Some of my lines are going straight across, some of them are curved. But you know what? That's okay. This is how I draw. You draw how you draw, they have that draw how they draw, and they drew, draw, draw. That is Psionic Edge. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.